so painful for him. Oh my god, he just has spells. He wanted like any minions there. Oh my god. We outvalued him like crazy, so it was zero chance. We played it. If you didn't kill an opponent like turn 6-7, you're usually done. You don't make a good Golbram. You can concede now. This can actually give us 10 damage, right? Yeah, okay. Hello. Welcome to the stream. Have you ever seen or even thought of the combo? Oh my bro. Who else would try it if not me, right? I'm showing it one time. That is how you win games right now. How are you doing there? This dude will have nightmares today. That was not even close, right? Top 100. So today we're playing this deck, which is a new recent edition of a BBU Control DK that I created myself. The overall, game plan for us before was to actually test out an 8 hands and how specifically, 8 hands DK approach might actually like impact the control deck that we tried before. We tried like to cook actually a really strong control deck so far, and what I found out like that an 8 hands actually has pretty good win conditions, but you always like end up thinking about a Shaladrassil here, and 8 hands usually just like doesn't burn cards, and I was thinking about like we are starting to see some kind of like ODK decks and some kind of like decks that have a win condition right in their hand, so the dirt deck has to be added. We cut out 8 hands, we cut out like some interesting cards like in Zera. Because mostly I've been thinking like that if you are playing a control matchup, 10 mana usually is like 20 mana is just like usually too much, and just like they will have probably Zera in their hand, so they will buff you out like as it is. And but you don't really like you usually don't really want to play in Zera in control matchup because it's kind of like 6 mana doing nothing, right? Just summon a 4/12 which can be erased easily. And what I found like an Ancient of Yore is actually a really strong card because it helps you out to actually cycle through your deck a little faster. And in control mirrors, paired out with a Headless Horseman, Ancient of Yore and can actually win you a game because you, as I said, you're like cycling through the deck much faster, and you might just like find all the buff for your hero power a little faster, and that might actually impact your overall win condition. So as far as it is, like I want to try that out. I want to impute a couple of dirty rats back. I want this like Dark Gift package right there because it won us a lot of games so far, and I want to test out how like an all-in on actually cycling through the deck can actually impact a Headless Horseman here, and how it can actually impact a control matchup. And I'm thinking like this deck can actually like do a lot of interesting stuff, and it should be strong enough to actually tackle all of that, like what is present right now on the ladder. So we have to try that out, and let's jump right in. Oh, against a priest. I just guessed that it is a Remy, right? We obviously needed a red, obviously, right? But we don't really need it like this early. Nightmare Lork said this is kind of like too much. We need some early drops. I would say we need some early drops. Maybe I actually have to keep it. Just find a dirty red and hope to roll double battle cry, right? Against a priest like this. That is actually a good start for us. If there is any other priest, like if they run not a Zarimi one, but an aggro or something like this, we should be able like to actually deal with that no problem, like usually at least, right? But we'll see what's up. Couple of lands here. Get on the board and gain a couple of corpses here. Let's obviously hope that is some kind of aggro. Aggro usually faces a lot of problems against control DK. You can obviously win, don't get me wrong there. What is that man doing? Too many cards to play on turn 1? Some kind of one draw. Catches the day. So that is an aggro, okay. So that is an aggro. That's pretty sweet. I will go with a hero power here. I will explain why we don't really need a Lich. Considering that this is an aggro, they will have a lot of small minions right now, right? And Infested Breath might actually trade into 2 small minions, like basically, or kill a 3/3 that they will just like play out at some point. And that might be good enough for us. He passes a turn, so he gives us, you know, a free turn for a Chillfallen Baron. That is the most we could ask for. And I was just about to say that we still need to find a Corpse Exploder, and we got it, right? So we are feeling really well right now, considering that this is an aggro. Let's see what he plays out. Like, it's obviously like he has some kind of like problems in his hand. Narine. What kind of aggro is that with a Narine though? Maybe a Pain, right? Pain kind of like feels what it is, right? Might actually go for a couple of Liches here and start to actually gain health. Or we can go with a Nightmare like Xavius. If we go with a Nightmare, we have to trade out the whole board. I don't really like that, so let's just like do that. Oh, those were some pretty good draws, I would say. Well, everything feels kind of like nice right now, but depends on what he has like in an arena, right? What he has. Protoss Priest. Oh, Protoss Priest is a little, like, you know, a little concerning. Not too much, but you know how it is. We'll have 9 cards this turn. If you play an Ancient of War here. Kills a 0/2. Okay, obviously. Not too bad. Right now we can do a couple of Infested, by the way. Not an Ancient of Yore here. It's not actually a bad idea to do a couple. Because we kind of like have a Hideous Husk here. Considering that as a Protoss, what kind of like board clears do they have? I don't believe there are any efficient ones. Let's do that. Let's do that in such case. Should I attack and lie still? It's 4 health and taunt. Reborn. Not really good. This is kind of like fine, right? Kind of fine. Okay, let's go. I'll probably spend corpses at some point. Let's try to rush him out a little. Let's see what he plays out. See what he plays out, how we can, like, you know, trade our small minions that are still on the board. Let's hope he plays out something that is not, like, you know, that doesn't deal with all of those small liches for us. But let's hope just like that he plays something where we can, like, you know, trade our small minions right into, right? There's our hope right there, like, you know, we'll see what happens.
These are due back tomorrow.
Oh. Royal Librarian. Oh my god. What a choice of cards. Okay, please play something. You can kill 1 lich. I'm fine with that. Play something like a 3/2 rush with a... Oh my god. How many do you have of those? It's 2 in your deck, really? And 1, it's a 3rd one for him. Okay, he doesn't play anything. That is concerning, right? That is concerning. Because now we kind of like have to play an Ancient of Yore. I'll actually go with Excius to apply some pressure here. Not ready for Hideous Husk here. Okay, let's go with an Ancient of Yore. Okay. Let's see what's up. We still need something to trade all those small minions into. But that's you know, that's a fancy choice of cards. 2 Royal Librarians in his deck, plus a 3rd one that he just created. So I'm not sure like where he wants to actually use those. Considering like, oh, well, maybe against a warrior, right? An ODK warrior to silence all of those X and stuff. Maybe, why not? Maybe against like hunters to silence decks. But what else? Like, I'm not sure. Maybe some kind of like Starship shenanigans to prevent Starship pieces. I'm not sure. I think I might like actually playing a second Fortune here. That's interesting. Oh my god! So you have 4 now. 4 Royal Librarians in your deck. Oh my god, bro. Birdwatching finally found something to give you a little presence on the board. Oh my god. Thank you, finally. Thank you, and finally, okay. Like, do we heal him for a lot here? Well, I guess we should. I'll heal for 12. Well, not sure. We can, like, do a couple of... and summon a couple here. Let's do it again. First. Brillbone, Drillbone is kind of useless, except like an Ursoc here, right? But it might just die from an Ursoc zone. This is kind of fine, but not too much, because we don't really have too many corpses. There is a charge, there's actually damage. Okay, there's actually damage. Like, do we heal him for a lot here? To deal like a little more damage here? I guess we should. Let's just like do that. Here is a Shaladrassil for us. Okay. Well, he's kind of like in trouble, right? But we'll see what's up. We have what 13 damage here. Trusted Fish and Raw. For some weird reason, he doesn't have a rush for 1 anymore. Oh, he does, right? He has a straight 2 rush with a 1 shield just to like remove at least 1 lich. It's not too bad. But he might still have a lot of 1-drops here. Not sure what he attacks as 3-5. And here's a weird ram. High roll like crazy here. Oh, he might have a second. Well, I guess he would not like attack if he had a second one. Not sure. Oh, he has. Okay. 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 That's kind of reasonable, right? Has to kill Hideous Husk here. In such a case. He spends both of the hallucinations, really. Orbital Hail, okay, that is why. He actually tried to get it out. That was his whole game plan here, right? That was his whole game plan here. A lot of dirty rats for us. I would kind of love to have another Hideous Husk, so I think I have to actually play this out. Didn't happen. 1 health and tone. Well, that's not too bad. Zilliax likes this. Maybe a Chillfallen to cycle better to find another Hideous Husk here. Another Hideous Husk. Well, we can play like a Zilliax just like by itself. I don't believe like he has any way to deal with that. Has a 10 mana mothership right now. That is like the most aggressive stuff that we have. Okay, let's try that out. Let's do that, let's do this, and let's just like, you know, find something else. +4 +5 on anything. Fortunately. I wanted a +4 +5 just to like, you know, to put a copy on the top of my deck, not to actually like, you know, flood a hand because we'll burn something right now. And I really don't really want to burn the Hideous Husk here. Okay, finally goes off. Tries to do something on a board. 0 1-drops, interesting. So he's like kind of like all in on just 2 1-drops, or he has like 1-drops in his hand. I'm not sure. Headless Horseman. Well, that's a little problematic for us, but not too much. Can actually do an Ursoc and kill everything, right? 11, 15, exactly kill everything with an Ursoc. And let's hope not to kill liches. Well, we'll still burn like something. We can actually like kill that one. 14, 5, 10, 16. Okay, we have to do this, I guess. Okay, well, that's the most aggro we could do. The most aggro moves that we could do. We can actually do a Zil right now and, like, you know, get ready with a Shaladrassil here, and it can be really good. Headless Horseman was actually kind of important for us, but we'll see. He might have a second mothership. I'm not sure I'm ready for it, by the way. Hallucination, okay. Okay. Why didn't you do that before? I'm not sure. Annihilation, fine. But I want to remove a 4/4, I guess. This kills this. Whatever we do, okay.
Synchronizing.
There's still a lot of them. Whatever we do. Nice. Because the Hideous Husk now kind of like kills him. He might have a couple of Archons, but on these boards that is not like, you know, not enough, so... just summoning one more Mothership, it just like doesn't do the same, so... He had like when... doesn't have any kind of hallucinations left in his deck. One simple Mothership on a board just like doesn't do anything. He has to high roll like crazy from those like, you know, minions that he got from Mothership, so... He just has to. It's like the only thing that saves him here. Liches, if they're like alive, still on the board, we'll just kill him. Like, those 2 little guys right there, we'll just like kill him. Even if he clears out everything else. He needs specifically at least 2 damage to the whole board. Okay, Colossus kinda like, fine. But he's still dead? Oh, he has another winner, okay. Well, that's, you know, that's not too bad. It's not too bad. I guess we have to... well, he has so many wood, right, so... I guess we have to clear it. Let's go. That's a pretty sweet turn. Shaladrassil, like, we have a Shaladrassil here, but we need to remove a Divine Shield from him. With anything, right? With anything on... anything on the board. Just to remove a Divine Shield and he's done. Nope. Doesn't work like this, bro. Oh, so you really have only spells in your hand, oh my god. Really? Ah, so painful. So painful for him. Oh my god, he just has spells. He wanted like any minions there. Oh my god. We outvalued him like crazy, so zero chance. As I said, like whatever is not as a Remy Priest against the Control Death Knight shouldn't be too hard for us. And I was kinda right here. Zero problems so far. 60 plus HP or something. Good to go, right? And he didn't even find like a second mothership, right? He didn't even find a second mothership there. Okay, against the Hunter, I've heard that people told me, and you know, I heard a friend who said that his friend was, you know, was witnessing another friend to actually, like, you know, beating a Control Death Knight with an Imbue Hunter. Oh my. Well, let's see if that is true, right? Oh, no, that is totally aggro, right? Totally aggro. Do we change plans here? No, not really. I was thinking about like an Infested Breath here. It's just too good against this Naga, but we'll see. Oh, it's a menagerie, right? It's a menagerie. Oh my god. It's a menagerie, and I am not sure we actually can deal with a menagerie, though. Oh my god. Well, Dirty Rat can actually do the same, but we need some stuff. We need some stuff. And faster, boom, boom. That is actually pretty sweet. Nice, the best one so far. But now if we top deck anything that is like, you know, Lichess related, we're kind of fine here. At this point. Next turn is probably Chillfallen Baron. We still need to find Corpse Explosion. We still need to find Corpse Explosion. We have a lot of corpses going on for us. We should be able to actually deal with whatever stuff he does. We'll see, we'll see. Citadel stands strong though. Okay, Rite is not like really good though. Rite is not good. Okay, let's destroy Menagerie here. But he can play at least an Elemental and something else. And if he trades, that means he has a Jug, right? And just have an Amphibian Spirit, okay. That's not too bad. But he might have a trigger of Death Rattle here. So we have to actually take it out, right? Doesn't have any kind of taunts as far as I remember, right? Shouldn't have. But it probably has a trigger. Oh, here you go, here's a Jug. At least we get that. There's 2 damage by the way for us, Reborn. After it casts a spell, gain attack equals to its cost. Well, we kind of have a Rite of Atrocity, but I'm not sure it's like helpful. For Hearthstone Town, it's kind of like fine. Okay, good to go. At least we got a Menagerie Jack out there. Because that could be huge. That's a trigger of a Death Rattle. No, just remote control. Okay, so we're fine here. We are kind of like alive, and that is what matters though. Ancient. Kind of think this is better. There's a hero power into a 60. Looks fine, but it depends on what he top decks, right? It depends. Let's draw a lot. Let's draw a lot here. We need to find a Corpse Explosion for an instant win. Just a corpse Explosion here. For now, he has like 5 damage moves in our face. That is not too much. As soon as we're like, you know, if we top deck a Corpse Explosion, and as soon as we play one, we won the game. Enemy DK coin rated my Ceaseless turn 1. Oh my god, bro. Well, that is like a dream, right? That is like a dream. Sorry, like each time you actually come into the chat, I don't really like see your message like instantly there. I'm kind of like too focused on the game, usually like lately. Sorry about that, bro. Don't mean to, right? Hideous Husk. Destroys this too. Maybe this. This is better in terms of like clear the board. And I'm actually like going for it, right? We are yet to find our. We can do an Airlock Breach too. But I guess he will trade 2 inefficient here for us. Let's do that. We're yet to find our Corpse Explosion. Oh my god. Let's do that. Have 3 leeches, so we'll just like clear something off. We'll not have like too much of damage here. Plus he kind of like, this is kind of like 0-6 tones. He still like has to attack. He cannot even kill like all. So let's see what happens here. At least the bounce was in a doggies there, not in a. Oh my god. As I was about to say, if he top decks like a trigger, at least the bounce was not in an egg. That would be just like too huge. 1, 2, and this 3, right? Have 50-50. Oh, and a Corpse Explosion here. And the Corpse Explosion. And can I get away with, you know, not playing it? I guess I should still play it, whatever. 6 here, 5. 4, 2. So, well, we'll clear whatever, right? But and wouldn't do it right. I don't really need like my hero power here. Let's do it right here. That was a Hideous Husk. Oh my god, bro. Let's go. This game should be over. Should be over. I don't believe like there's anything he can top deck that actually saves him here. Not a Firefly, bro. One Hideous Husk and like, you know, it clears everything and heals us for a lot. And we'll play the strongest one here, obviously. Let's go. As I said, it should be game over instantly. As soon as we get to the Corpse Explosion, the game is over for him. But naturally, he doesn't have like a way to actually come back into the game. We've played it. If you didn't kill an opponent like turn 6-7, you're usually done. Especially against a Death Knight. On turn like if they survive till turn 9, that means they will usually at least like play something like a Zilliax. That will clear like half of your board plus like, you know, heals them to their limit. So it's too much. But anyway, I was once a witness of Dirt Rat into Phantom, like a 15 town lifesteal guy, right? Turn 1, summon up a Phantom Zone. Oh no, turn 2. It was turn 2, I guess, right? But I was also a witness of turn 1 into a Khadgar, right? And I killed an opponent like on turn 4 without playing anything on turn 4, like, you know. So yeah. Against the druid, that is an imbue probably, right? Imbue. Do we need a druid right here? I don't believe so. But we might. We might. They don't really like have too huge of a minions, but like druid right against an imbue is just like too early. Might just get something like huge out, and we will not play it like until turn 6 at least. Oh my god, that is actually a bad drone. That is actually a bad drone. Yeah, Imbue obviously. This will get nerfed at some point. Just on that one.
Hello.
This has to be at least nature spells, not like all spells, but at least like just nature. This has to be like this. Just like, you know, it's for all the spells, even you even get a coin and it's an extra like half an imbue. That's too much. It's like, you know, summoning larger and larger man. Oh, yet again. A larger and larger and larger man. So fun. But we'll see if this deck can actually deal with an imbue. I guess it shouldn't be able to actually deal with an imbue efficiently. Your power's too strong though. They're at like we don't really have anything to play. Let's go. Let's see what we can get out. Could be worse. Could be worse. It's -1 imbue at least, you know. So whatever. Oh my god, that is actually strong. That is actually strong. +2, +3, man. Mention of Yore to find something. We need corpses, by the way. And we keep actually like drawing all the heavy stuff, right? Sanguine doesn't help them. But we, as I said, we just like need corpses here. We need like at least 7 corpses so far right now. We need to find 3 more. How do we do that? Dreadhound Handler is good. Okay, he keeps spreading it. Keeps spreading it, right? So that is fine. All we need right now is to kind of like get enough corpses for Corpse Explosion to work. Maybe we have to just like, you know, hero power and keep this thing alive. Headless Horseman. Not sure I can actually survive till then. Have 5 here if you want. Or Sanguine. Sanguine. No, it doesn't help. We need ends, like a Morbid Swarm here. Top deck of a Morbid Swarm, come on please. One time, right? Top deck of a Morbid Swarm and we are fine. We're exactly fine here. Come on, discover nature. We're losing big time. We have 9 HP right now. Open summons. Oh my god. Morbid Swarm is the only card that saves us, right? $11 from here, 14. Well, we're kind of like alive if we just do a Corpse Explosion by itself. Right? Okay. Oh, we're not alive. Forgot this has to die first. Oh my god. I was actually convinced it will die and will, you know, give us a 5th corpse. Forgot about that. But yeah, us not finding a Morbid Swarm, that was an instant GG. We didn't like get anything to actually gain corpses on the first turns. Just a ledge and 1 Morbid Swarm, that's it. And like, you know, after that we just passed, you know, 1 hero power and only ancients. Everything else was kind of like a huge draw with huge minions. Nothing for us to play so far. Yeah, unfortunate. Plus he, like, you know, as I said, like that was not a joke. This imbue problem. He's already creating like 5 costs for 2 on their single on body on turn like what? On turn 5, right? A couple of Chillfallens is something good for us. If that is a Zeremia Priest, same concept applies. We need to find Dirt Rats and Nightmare Lord Xavius to try to dig for red with a double battle cry. But as far as I see, overzealous healer, I guess that is another aggro. I just guess so. Infested might just kill it. It's pretty sweet. Cannot buff it. Okay, let's pass. I think we can get away with a pass here. I'm actually surprised that Protest Priest, like a previous version, actually ran one, the fishy, right? A 3-3 fish. Actually surprised he actually ran that one. That was, you know, not necessary, I guess. Like, I can see a lot of cards that could be included in that, like, to be a little better. Shadow Ascendant, okay. Let's do here, okay. That's, it's painful, though. Need to draw. Oh, here's a Dirt Rat for us. Okay, now all we need against an aggro is a Corpse Explosion. Maybe I have to actually put, threats, right, in this deck. Maybe that actually can help. That can actually help, maybe. It will be less of a control. Well, you know, it would be less of a suck DK, but it can be kind of like control-ish, right? Let's see. Okay. So we can play just like one card, just in case that's a red trap. Just in case there is a red trap zone. And that is my choice. I don't really want to play, like, you know, to do anything right now. It's kind of like fine by itself. Or do I like go for it? No. A red trap just like kills us here. Yeah. Oh my. Really like a book, right? Well, at least he doesn't have like a huge turn here. Just kills liches, and that's it. At least that happens for us. Have Xavius here, have Creature. I kind of want a Nightmare Lord here, but for when? Maybe for a Zill. Everything else is kind of like garbage. Ursoc is fine too, but we have to survive till turn 9, yeah. I think we have to kill a 3-4 here and kill a 4-2, right? What is that first? Airlock Breach, nice. Let's do that for now. Let's summon a couple, and let's probably do a Chillfallen here. It's the best we can do. Best we can do, right? Yeah. At least it's the most mana efficient here, right? Ancient of Yore, okay. Has to trade into a 2-2 here, like to get a bubble out. So we're fine. Hideous Husk actually, like, you know, helps us out. Oh my. Clears whole board. Okay. At least we have like enough corpses here. We can actually do an Airlock Breach. There's like 0 punish for it. That's a huge defensive turn here. And he cannot even clear. Has to, like, you know, find something here. Observer Mister is fine. Chillfallen. Well, fine. That's fine. He has a Prison Trap potential, right? Has a Prison Trap potential here. I kind of want to attack here. Freezing Trap potential, that's nice. We risked it and we, you know, got rewarded for it. I want Hideous Husk here. No one can actually stop me from doing that. But I kind of like want some corpses too. Can actually do an Ancient of Yore. plus something like maybe the red. His battle price might be kind of like, you know, kind of huge. But still, we don't really have a lot of corpses here. I guess Hideous Husk is just like better. Maybe this. Okay, let's go for as many corpses as possible here. Let's try attack, okay. Animation. Let's go. Ice barrier, okay. I have, like, you know, zero cares about us actually burning any card against Negro, just like letting you know here. Oh my, that's a lot of damage though. That's a lot of damage.
Wow. My hand is full.
And that's what we do here. There's 100%. Duke gets the last one out. Duke gets the last one out. Not sure. I guess another Yore is fine. Yeah, we still need corpses. Still need corpses. Yeah, let's go. That was a fine turn. That was a fine turn. Here's a Hideous Husk for us with a +4/+5. Or can get a corpse. Oh, let's go with this. That's fine. Let's attack here. Because, you know, it's less corpses needed for our corpse explosion here. Oh, that's pretty sweet. Not a huge top deck zone. Kills us for a lot zone. Okay. That's, I guess that should be a GG, right? Should be. Can do an Airlock Breach, just like for sake of it. Yeah, let's do exactly that. Okay. Should be GG. Oh my, that's a pretty good top deck though. Scale Replicant. So I guess he had like one, kind of like a mixture of you know, paired out with oh, that is actually fine for a Negro, right? Yeah, that's actually fine for a Negro. Why did I not concede though? That's weird. That's a little weird, but you know, I take it. You don't make a good goal, Bram. You can concede now.
You have been.
That's pretty sweet. Okay, let's hope for one fast game then.
Versus Valera.
The dream must be protected.
Guess they're wrong, okay?
Cold as ice.
Chillfallen. Well, riots are actually really bad if that is what I think it is. With bounces like on Tyrion. I'm not sure I can actually handle that. If he high rolls like crazy. We don't really have the start. We don't really have even like 1 or 2 drops here. To stop the madness. Well, at least we got one, okay? That's a pretty huge top deck here. We need corpses, and you know, we'll see if corpse explosion is kind of like fine here. Maybe actually against the rock specifically, I should consider threats, right? Against the rock threats might be actually really good. On turn 5, you might just like kill everything with a hero power. Oh no, that is asteroid's wrong. Weird. Asteroid's wrong. I'm not sure if we can actually out-heal that stuff, but we might be able to. It depends. Depends like what kind of like damage he has, right, in his hand. Double core. Oh, a couple of ones. 0 asteroids, interesting. That's actually a huge roll for Robocolor. Draw 3 cards like this. I'm not sure we can respond. Like, an Nightmare looks heavy, it's kind of like fine here. We need to find probably Hideous Husk. Hopefully with a discount. Let's see what's up. Oh, here's a Hideous Husk, but not with a discount, right? Oh, this is kind of like, you know, let's go with this one. There's a drone. Let's go face. I have a lot of heal in this deck, like so much heal zone. But as I said, I'm not sure we can actually outperform a full combo of billions of Incendiuses and like kind of like all of those asteroids and all that good stuff. Not sure that it can happen for us. I'm kind of curious what kind of deck that is. Anyway, spends coins. For what?
Arise, twin shadows.
Oh, he kind of wants to get on the board. Okay. Well, change your plans in such a case. This has to die. Oh my god, that is well, that is actually strong too. Okay, let's go for it. Let's go for the dream card. Gaining twice as many corpses is kind of cool, but if it was not like with a +4/+5 and put a copy on the top of your deck, I would actually go for it. But I don't really want, you know, one blend card entering my hand here. Because kind of like denies you an actual draw from your deck. It's not like that sweet. It has to be something extremely cool for you to actually like consider +4/+5 and put in something on top of your deck, something like really crazy.
This treasure ain't fit for our
Okay, sandbox, let's go. Deep for chat. Interesting. Okay. I actually had to place that one, right? Over. I forgot I actually have this with a buff. Maybe he'll play something and I'll play a second one too. We'll see. This can actually give us 10 damage, right? Yeah, okay. Well, so that was a pretty fast and really good raid. As I said, Control DK is just something else. I was playing with 8 hands, you know, for fun. You know, winning games after game. I lost like once against like a huge high roll, something like an Imbue Druid also, like, you know, killing me on turn like 5-6, something like this. Something crazy like that happened to me too. Oh, I actually was killed by an ODK of Azarimi on like turn 9. Yeah, I remember that game. That was like the only, like, I played so many games with a controlled Death Knight lately, and all I could lose was like one game against like an ODK of Azarimi. Like, I'm not telling like I played like 50+ games. Like lately I played like something like 20 games so far. And that is like, you know, that's the record. Like, you can see videos on YouTube, like all of them have like 100% win rate, like not losing a game. And all of the stream I played like 5. If you actually check the stats on my deck that I played out and like, you know, Google me and stuff, you'll see what I'm talking about right there. So yeah, Control Death Knight is something that I would. Oh, that is not the deck that we're playing. That is not the one too. Huh? So that was the one, right? The new updated version. I think this deck can actually benefit from strats, right? Can actually benefit from strats. It kind of like depends on what we want to actually substitute like for it. I'm not happy with the substitution of Dreadhound Handler. Like we kind of need the second one. Sometimes we actually lack a lot of corpses. Maybe a couple of Rite of Atrocity. Like all of these cards are crazy good. Like don't get me wrong. You probably need to cut something like a Shaladrassil. But again, if we do that in a control matchup, we'll like have a harder time, right? Maybe cutting off a Shaladrassil and just like adding another Dreadhound Handler can actually make the deck stronger if you're like climbing for a legend. Plus, it will make it like cost less. Plus, you know, if you're like, you know, lack some cards here, you can just like impute a couple of strats and feel good about yourself, right? But as it is for now, we are done actually playing for today. Thank you everyone for watching. I hope you enjoyed what you saw there. But that is it for BBU Control DK.